Today, investigators can extract DNA from blood, matching it to a single individual. When Conan Doyle started writing the Sherlock Holmes stories in 1886, there was no definitive test for confirming a spot was actually blood at all. It could be explained away as something else by the accused. The scientific challenge of the age was to produce a test that would prove it.
Forensic science in the 1890s didn't exist as a discipline. There were no forensic science laboratories in the world. It was really very early days. The first forensic science lab in the UK was in 1935. So 1890s is a long way earlier than that.
But there was one forensic lab in the front room of 221B Baker Street, where Sherlock Holmes himself was working on a definitive test for human blood.
It is the most practical medico-legal discovery for years. Don't you see? It gives us an infallible test for bloodstains. Come here now. Let us have some fresh blood. Now, I add this blood to this liter of water. You will see the resulting mixture has the appearance of pure water. Aha! What do you think of that?
It seems a very delicate test.
Beautiful, beautiful. The old Guaiacum test was very clumsy and uncertain. So was the microscopic examination for blood corpuscles. Now, this appears to work as well whether the blood is old or new. Had this test been invented, there are now hundreds of men walking the earth who would long ago have paid the penalty of their crimes.
Indeed.
Now, we have the Sherlock Holmes test, and there will no longer be any difficulty.
People reading this must have seen it as science fiction and found that it was almost incredible and extraordinary, and that perhaps sometime in the distant future, maybe scientists would be able to develop these tests or to be able to come to these same conclusions, but surely these were all just fantastic ideas.
Although fictional, Sherlock's leaps in investigative science spurred scientists to do it for real. 13 years later, in 1900, Professor Paul Uhlenhuth developed the first ever definitive test for human blood. Today, it has become a routine tool in crime scene investigations.
For me, it's very simple. I pull out my portable test and I get a positive reaction. I know it's blood. If I get a negative, I know it's not. Well, back then, any old brown spot, what are you going to do with it? Holmes did a blood test. That fiction became fact. And we still use it today.